kaka ke oku la chicha da. Kana pitu makate da. Ya kushaka ke. Ya kushaka ke ya ushetsa ke. Ya petu ke. No ate ke wachiwi sasana. We try only home. Yeah. Lako okay. Vacation. Yeah. Wana washita. So we're gonna have a special on behalf of a young man here. And he did put a lot of planning into the special. And before we get started with the special and things he wants to say, my nephew here, Cole Taylor, his red horse. We're going to talk about that. He wanted to really honor the arena directors and our announcers, Whitney and Vince. So how about a round of applause for our Yapaha and our arena directors? You know, it's really hard to do these things, and this powwow's been going really smooth. And also, because this powwow world, there's a lot of intertwining circles. As earlier, there was a special today for a relative of ours, Joe Lafferty, who needed a lot of prayers right now. And we have an uncle by the name of Terry Findler. And he said some things about paying attention when the elders are talking, when they're getting ready to do those particular things, especially those whistlemen. Don't be offended. The problem with the younger generation, you're oversensitive. You can't even talk to nobody without them getting angry or applauding at you for 4 or 5 years. But what Uncle Terry said was true. Pay attention when those old timers are talking. If you're lucky, you might learn something. So my nephew here, he asked me to talk, and of course tribal council says they're going to give him a microphone, better call a Prairie Police Department. But this young man here has done some amazing things in his young life. And he was blessed and lucky to be supported by his family and his extended family. He has mothers and fathers that love him, grandparents and great-grandparents that love him and encouraged him throughout his life. And they valued education. Education was very important to them. They also valued traditional ways of life here at Prairie Island. A lot of times, outsiders come here and they assume that people here don't hold on to anything, but Prairie Island holds on to a lot. They just don't brag about it. And that's where Cole comes from, his family and his extended family. They hold on to a lot. They say, oh, we're going to show you the ways that old-timers here used to just chuckle and laugh. But those are some things where he comes from. The special he was putting on, he had planned for some time. And recently, something very difficult came into his path with the passing of his father, Mike Jacobson. And this man, his father, grew up here at Prairie Island. And he was a veteran and served honorably in the United States Army. And Cole had to make some decisions. What do I do? And one of the things that he knows that his dad and his mothers would encourage him to fulfill your commitment, because this isn't for Cole, this is for the people. He wants to honor the people and the powwow committee here, the community here, for the support that he's received over the years. In around 2013, he was brought into the circle as a grass dancer. I remember that day he was brought out by one of my uncles, Mike Woodstar, and Joe Lafferty. They brought him up. And then Mike, he's the head of our family. This song we talked to the White Call Killer family, and I heard my Uncle Terry Fiddler mention that earlier. A lot of places they wear those hats, but very few people feed people. And my Uncle Mike feeds people and takes care of people wherever he goes. And that was our family, White Call Killer. That's who he is. And these two men, they brought him along here to dance. But Cole is a curious person in the sense that he notices things. And it's probably because of his sound upbringing by his mothers and grandparents and aunts and uncles. And he'd say, how come pictures of grandma and grandpa, people might look a little different, they dress a little different? And beadwork in they had a lot of flowers in their beadwork. And so Cole started to ask questions. And a lot of times we have, they were born yesterday. A lot of experts out there, they learned on Facebook how to be this way alive. And some of us just grew up in it. And because he grew up in it, he didn't go read a book, but he talked to his mom and his grandma especially. Grandma, what about this? What about that? And she said, a long time ago they used to dress and dance a little different, and the style started to change. And you can see that in our own lifetime. I'm only 29 years old, and I've seen things change. And that's okay. So Cole went from dancing grass and he went all over the Midwest here. He was in Canada, down south in Oklahoma, where he made relatives. He knew because of his Dakota upbringing as a Benawakatu. As a Benawakatu, a direct descendant of Wawasha Little Crow, when he never rides those coattails, he knew that he had to go make relatives. So he went all over the place, made relatives. Powell Circle, different circles here and there. And he realized that when he would go to some of our relatives in the east, or especially up north, our Ojibwe relatives in Hahatwaki, they're good people. The book folks make a lot of issues about Dakotas and Ojibwes, but we're relatives. All my grandchildren have Ojibwe names, except for one. We're all related. He went up there and he saw them dancing away. And he saw this dance and he looked at pictures of his own grandpas in his family tree here in Prairie Island and Lower Sioux, Tashapi, Flandreau. And they dressed the same way. And Cole did something at that time, my nephew did something. As a young person, it's hard to do something new because the first thing we do is criticize. Boy, that's a thing I hope we all learn. Our children don't pick that up. But the first thing we do is criticize. And you know what? He came out to the powwow and all of a sudden, he looked a little different. He was dressed a little different. He didn't have his grass dance outfit on. He kind of looked like some of these really handsome men that were dancing out here earlier. They're tall and skinny and they've got really thick hair. I used to look like that once. Yeah. And he started to dance with them. And he was really teased and ridiculed by our own family, because this is my nephew through marriage. He was ridiculed. He kept asking questions about who he was as a Benawakatu. And he kept dancing, and he made a lot of relatives in our Hatuaulate up north. Our Ho-Chunk relatives, Potawatomi relatives, down south, Wajaje country. I tell you what, there's some Wajajes back here, you should ask them to make bread before they leave. But he made these relatives and he kept dancing and learning. And I really want to thank our relatives, our Ojibwe relatives, Ho-Chunk relatives, Potawatomi relatives, and the other ones that took him under your wing. Because wherever he went, he wasn't hungry. Wherever he went, he was fed. Wherever he went, he was taken care of. And that's something that's really beautiful. So today, my nephew wanted to honor all these woodland dancers for all the things that he's accomplished. He accomplished something big. He's got a really hard paper, and it's called a master's degree in art, fine art. I gotta start reading my notes. Master's degree in fine arts from Institute of American Indian Art down south there. And you know, when he got that, his moms are back here. They love him dearly. They said, "We're going to take you to our Texas Roadhouse." And he said, "No, we're going to save up for this special." So his way of celebrating his accomplishment, that was an accomplishment that his family supported, was by honoring all of these relatives from different nations who supported him on his journey. And now in Santee country, the country with the big trees, there are young Santee boys that are starting to pick up this woodland style because of what my nephew did. And I'm really proud of him because when he was criticized, he stuck with it. He stayed doing those things. This name that he was given, Tinta Wita, was given to him by one of his grandpas. The man we lost about 6-7 years ago now, Art Owen. Art Owen named him, and when they brought him out and named him, he gave him a horse, and it was a red filly. Hence like his name. And that filly was taken care of by his uncle Bush and his dad out just west of here at their home site. And I want to let everybody know where he's coming from his Pearl Island. His great-grandparents, Nathan and Erna Taylor. He remembers them often. His grandparents, Carol Nathan Taylor, or Pete Taylor, who he loved very much. His father, Mike Jacobson, who he just lost, and his mothers, Lou and Sheila Taylor. His sisters, his cousin brothers, his cousin sisters, they all supported this guy. He never walked alone. And because of that, he was able to do some good things. Part of one of the things that he did was to give back to people. He fed people. He taught people how to make, how do I say that? That's a pucker toe Santee style moccasins that kind of fell out of favor over here for about 30-40 years. So he worked really hard to bring back these Santee style of beadwork, clothing, and dress. In fact, my own daughter was a former Pearl Island princess, and he made her a waist and skirt dress like their grandmother, Lucy. Williams Johnson, right? Okay. And so he's been giving back for many years. He's made these relatives, and over the years, and one of these relatives that we're going to have help is my Kla, Mikey Peters, who's going to bring him around. Our family has a lot of respect for this man from Tokanoa. And it's not about who he comes from either, because that's what comes around this is his grandpa, medicine bottle. And that's the way he conducts himself and carries himself. And my nephew asked our relatives, Chastain and Al Jr., to run this contest because of his trust and respect he has for these men. And some of you have been asked to judge. If you're not already up this way, you should make your way towards the crow's nest. But there was a song that was made by a relative, a koala that's not here right now, by the name of Eric Jens. And he's a language teacher over there in Siston Country. And he made a song for my nephew. And we're going to sing that here shortly. But he's a language teacher along with Mikey and some other people. Prairie Island has a few, Arthur and some others, that value the language. And because of these language teachers, about 20 years ago we were talking about, is the language going to survive? But everywhere I go I see young people speaking language. They're speaking Indian. And they learn a lot of bad words, and it's all from Eric Jens, but he's not here, so he can't get mad. I'm just kidding, they don't. So, Cole has stepped down from the powwow committee, and he had a really good time, and he made sure that when he had his time here on the powwow committee, he remembered his relatives, those Ojibwe relatives, those Ho-Chunk relatives, those Potawatomi relatives, and others, and he brought that woodland special here to Prairie Island. And now, the woodland dance that they do is being done here where it used to be done, where it had not been done for many years. Now, we never say died out. We never say things died out. They always say, the old timers say, it's lying there waiting to be picked up. One day, some young person is going to pick it up and bring it back. So for the folks from other places, maybe you have similar. Understand nothing died out. It's just lying there waiting to be picked back up. He was asked to be the head man judge here at this powwow. And ultimately, this special is for his graduation of getting that difficult paper and the accomplishment and give back to the same circle that gave back to him so much. And so we're going to get ready to do this honor song, but it's tied to the penny dances that we have. And there's some teachings that are a part of that about feeding people and always giving things away. A lot of times we're in a society of me, I, my. And Cole has embraced us, we. And has given away many, many things. Hardly has anything. Once he has something nice, next thing you see is gone. Where'd it go? I gave it away. That's tied to that song. That's tied to this dance that they're going to do for them. We're going to have Duesecheko singer sing this song that Eric made. Cole, I want to say something very, very plainly. Cole didn't say, Eric, can you make this song for me? No, Eric made this song for Cole. He's not up here saying, look at me. He's up here to say, I'm giving back. That song came from Eric Jens as a gift for the accomplishments that he's done in his young life. Then we're going to get into the special. And it's going to be two halves. And it's going to come together. The first part of this song, my nephew here wanted to honor our relatives to the north, our Ojibwe dancers. You Ojibwe dancers, because you've held on to this woodland style dance and you've held on to it, and all the other tribal nations are doing it again. He wanted to recognize the fact that you held on to this. And he wants to have a separate category. Our first part. The second part will be all the other tribal nations. They're going to be picking 5 winners from each category. But dancers, do not leave the arena. Please stay out here. Because at the end of that dance, we're all going to dance together. Because my nephew wants everybody to know that we need to stand together. We need to come together. We can't separate ourselves. And that's kind of his vision here, that we all come together. So with that, I'd like to ask the family to come up over here and start lining up beside my nephew and Mikey and arena directors. Yeah. As he's coming around, there's a few things we're going to do differently. And I understand some folks might not understand why we're doing it that way. But it's like Chaske LeBlanc told me a long time ago. If you want to do it different, put on a special. Nah, I'm kidding, he never said that. I'm going to get in trouble. As they come around, we're not going to be shaking hands. They're going to be falling in behind. These blankets here, when we dance over them and bless them, there's an old way where anyone can pick it up, but we're not doing that today because there are some very important people that the arena directors have in mind. And it's intentional what they're going to do. And they want to dance over these blankets as a blessing for those people that are going to be receiving these blankets. So with that, my relatives, Duesecheko, you got that song? If you're able, please stand up for my nephew. Tashon Takaduta's Red Horses. A degreed Dakota man who's giving back to his people, speaking his language and singing his songs. Okay. out and dance with our Koshka, our nephew, our brother, our grandson. Oh, hey, relatives, thank you for coming out and celebrating this accomplishment of this young man and how this young man here is choosing to give back to the community, greater Indian country, the relatives that are here celebrating with him. For you woodland dancers, you want to stay close. Stay close. We're going to get ready for your contest. Okay, for your woodland dancers, regardless of where you come from, this first song is going to be for our Ojibwe relatives, or excuse me, the first contest will be for our Ojibwe relatives. It will be 2 songs. For all the other tribal nations and Dakota dancers, the second 2 songs will be for you. They're going to pick 5 of you out of there. We're going to sing Cole's song here shortly. And he's going to dance that first push-up. Yeah. And after that, the rest of you come in. Okay. Are all my woodland dancers out here? I can't hear you. I thought you were warriors out there. There you go. Where's Dennis at? There he is. Okay. So this song is made by our Kola here. Jen is a man I respect greatly for the work that he does and how he conducts himself. And they made this song for Cole, unbeknownst to my nephew. He's going to dance his first push-up alone. After that first push-up, my nephew would like all the woodland dancers to come out and join him for this song that was given to him. And my nephew wants to make sure that you know that how he considers you as family and relatives, and to celebrate this with him. Go ahead. Are you ready? One. Ladies and gentlemen, those are some fine dancers out there. They're going to catch their breath. Now remember, woodland dancers, first round is going to be our Jubilee relatives. I'm going to talk a little bit, let you catch your breath. For our other relatives, other tribal nations, Santee, wherever you come from, we'd like you to stand on the outside of the arena. So stand on the outside of the arena and be present, please. Three fires people, you come out first. Anishinaabe, Odawa, Potawatomi. Three fires. You know who you are. You know who you are. Judges, can I have you come forward, please? Start getting ready. Judges, Preston Cleveland, Joseph Pratt, Lowell McNabb, CJ Lashley, and Ellie Taylor. All right, Ellie, you got called out to duty. Okay, how this is going to work? How this is going to work, dancers? These 5 judges, they're going to pick one dancer. They're going to pick one dancer. After the second song, so you're going to get 2 songs, you Three Fires people. You're going to get 2 songs. On that second song, these judges, they're going to pick you. And then they're going to bring you up towards the front. Now, if you're not picked, please stay in the arena. Please stay here. Stand on the outside. We have a lot to do, and we want to make sure everybody is recognized. Judges, do you understand the assignment? All right. Did everybody get a drink? All right. They said they got a drink. Hold on. All right. We've got Northern Wind here. They're going to sing you some good songs. I'd like to thank Gabe DeRozier for helping my nephew. All right, take it away. Get them some water, get them some water. Mandatory hydration break. Singers, dancers. So while we're giving our singers a little chance to catch their breath, and the dancers, I don't know, these dancers look like they do Pilates. So they look like they're in really good shape. I don't know what that is. Is that vegetarian or, I'm just kidding. My nephew here, he really wanted to make sure that he acknowledges the big drum and tail feathers woman in that relationship between the Three Fires people and the Dakota. That's a peace treaty, a treaty of relationship and cooperation. So my nephew wanted to acknowledge that, the big drum that he belongs to, the big drums and societies of our Three Fires relatives. Okay, dancers on this, when we get ready to sing this next song, stay in your place. Stay in your place. You're going to dance the whole song. Sometimes in contests, they come and get you while you're dancing. No, because your dancing is so inspiring. All these elders and old people that are here, that they want you to finish the song out there. Stop in place, and then those 5 judges, they're going to come get you. All right. Are you guys ready out there? All right. Singers ready? All right. Hoka, let's go. Heliayo, hayapo. Stay in your place, stay in your spot, don't move around. I tell you what, how about a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen? It's hot out there for them. All right, these judges, they're going to go and pick their dancers. And remember, if you are not picked, please remain in the center, or please remain in the arena on the outside. All right, how about a round of applause? He's coming forward. I think here comes some more. That's 2. How about a round of applause? There's 3. All right. There's number 4. All right. And number 5. Boy, that was some good dancers. Remember, you dancers who might not have been picked for this 5, please remain in the arena. Please remain in the arena. Okay, for you winners, we'd like you guys to kind of stay towards the front. For you top 5, can you stay towards the front for when we have the other dancers picked? All right, for the rest of you dancers, all tribal nations, you Dakota boys, everybody else, come on out to the center. I really appreciate how my nephew is trying to include everybody in this contest and pay honor to our Ojibwe relatives for the holding on to these things for the people. All right, dancers, singers, take it away. What do you got? What do you got? Let's see it, boys. And a powwow. Bring him a drink. Bring him a drink. Al Jr. says, bring him water. No cramping out here. Now remember, on this second sound, dancers, when you finish the song, stay put. The judges are going to come to you. I don't know, folks. What do you think? Did Woodland style dancing come back home to Tinta Wita? How about a round of applause? There we go. All right, dancers, you ready? All right, let's do it. Hoka, wadalo. dancers. Stay put, stay put. All right. Stay put. The judges are going to make their decisions, their tabulations. You know, folks, they call it a wacipi, a dance. They don't call it a sit, and you can tell that by these dancers. Man, they dance hard. There's number one. How about a round of applause coming on down the line? All right. All right, it looks like... All right, there's number two. How about a round of applause? Boy, there's some good dancing out there. I'd hate to be these judges. As at number three, all right, they're coming. Number four. And for number five, there he is. All right. All right, let's shake hands, gentlemen. Remember, dancers, please do not leave. Please do not leave yet. You know how it is at Pearl Island. Somebody eats, somebody does well. Everybody gets to be part of everything. Everyone's included. So, Toshkas, including everybody. All right, the rest of you dancers, I need you to get a drink of water if you can, because we're not done yet. We're not done yet. Cole says we're still not there. All right, judges, you guys can come back up here. Just kind of want to explain a little bit how we're going to do this. All right, can I get your 10 finalists? Can you come out to the center here? The 10 finalists. The 10 of you that were picked, please come to the center. All right. The rest of you, please stay in the arena. Maybe spread out, you rest of you woodland dancers. You don't have to stand in that sun, but maybe borrow a parasol or something. All right, let's kind of spread out a little bit. How about a round of applause for our singers here, Northern Wind? Those are some doggone good songs. Anyone that thinks it's easy to sing like that has never done it. That's a lot of hard work. All right, here's how it's going to go, dancers. We're going to have these 10 gentlemen that were picked. We're going to have you dance the first 2 push-ups. Just you 10. After that, we'd like the rest of the dancers to come out and finish the song for final 2 push-ups. All 10 are equal winners. You're all winning the same. You 10 who won $500, star quilt, apron, and a jacket. So you all get the same award, and you first 10, you're going to be showcased here for the first 2 push-ups. So let's see your moves. Let's see those moves out there, because they're pretty slick. And then we want to have the other dancers come out and dance with them, because my nephew wanted to express this unity that we all need to stand together and support one another. So, singers, are you ready? You good to go? Hook ahead. Let's do it, boys. Show them why you're champions. Let's hear some cheers. Come on, guys. I'd like to ask those 10 finalists if you could start making your way this way. You 10 dancers that were chosen by the family here. Please make your way up here. Oh, all right. Also, on behalf of my brother-in-law, Richard Buck, there was a young woodland dancer out there, and he's our head Buffalo man. He wanted to recognize that young man with a monetary donation, so he wants to say to you, keep dancing, young man, keep dancing. How about a round of applause for that young man standing over there? All right, that's our future. Wobbly Dozier, Winnebago, Nebraska. All right. I tell you what, when these young people dance, that means we have it tomorrow. Always encourage them, always encourage them. Oh. So your dancing moved the tallest man at Prairie Island, and that's something. That is something. All right, we're going to be doing a small giveaway here. My nephew would like to acknowledge some people that came into his life while they're going through shaking hands. But as they go through, before these dancers, you know, this is a good way to end the powwow with this woodland special. And I know that my nephew really wants to make sure that you woodland dancers know you have a home here at Tinta Wita, Prairie Island. And how about a round of applause one more time for these folks? These guys dance all weekend, and they're out here dancing their hearts out. And how about that young man out there dancing his heart out? All right. You top 10, you top ones that were picked, they want a group photo. A couple of these guys, they went to Chipotle, so the word they have cilantro in their teeth. Yeah. It's okay. I like to eat corn too. A little bit. It gets up in your teeth there. All right. How about a round of applause for our singers over here? We have another donation for that young man. Please come up here, young man. Please come up here. It's from the grandmas right here. How about a round of applause from the grandmas? All right. They're going to shake his hand. That's how you know you're in a good place. Down here at Tinta Wita, everybody eats. Everybody's taken care of. Rich is here. Brother-in-law Rich. That's our Buffalo man. Many years. He's the biggest guy here at Prairie Island. I never quarreled with him when he was security in the old days. All right, we're going to begin our giveaway here. And our first folks we'd like to call up, my nephew would like to call up Duesecheko. Duesecheko. Can you guys please come forward and accept this recognition for your songs and for being the host drum and all the things that you do? There's a story behind that name, Duesecheko. And if you have questions, you can talk to my nephew, Josh Taylor Jr. He's known as Junior. But if you golf, I think he has a different name, a golf name. All right, our next we'd like to call Northern Wind. Northern Wind. How about a round of applause for these guys? I can't even tell you, it sounded like each song was their first song. I don't know what they did. They got some good medicine for their throats. All right, I'd like to call up Mikey Peters. Mikey Peters. Uyato. All right, thank you, Northern Wind. Boy, they conduct themselves in such a good way, these singers. Okay, these powwows, a lot going on, a lot of moving parts here. And my nephew really like to acknowledge someone who's always encouraged him on his journey and has taken care of the center here for many years now. He'd like to ask Chosque LeBlanc. Chosque, can you please come forward? My nephew would like to recognize you. Did he go to bingo already? Okay. He's in the back. Oh, there he is. Yeah, I have to be careful. I'll get demoted again. All right, next we'd like to call up the other half of this dynamic duo, somebody that's always been there with Cole his entire life on this powwow trail, Al Childs Jr. All right, Al, please come forward. The next person my nephew would like to recognize on his journey is someone very dear to me and who ran into my nephew at a time when he was really having a difficult time, and she gave him some words of encouragement. A lot of times when we see folks going through something, we don't know how to act or react and what to say. But she came up and gave him some words of encouragement, and he expressed how those words helped allow him to keep moving, to complete his degree, to complete his commitments that he made. I'd like to call up my auntie here, Denise One Star. She's still here. Denise One Star. Might be way back there in Todd County somewhere. Well, here she comes. Here she comes. All right. I have to be careful. I'll get in trouble. I'm 50 years old and I can still get in timeout. So. Thank you for those words of encouragement for Toshka Cole. All right, I'd like to also call up another amazing individual who's always been there for my nephew throughout his journey here, Diane DeRozier. Wow. Thank you for everything you've done for Cole and continue to do. All right, we know how hard it is in our home communities to be on the powwow committee. To be on the powwow committee is a tough job. And Cole is no longer here as a powwow committee member. He's just Citizen Cole. And he'd like to call up this current powwow committee. He wants to recognize them for all the time that they have put into this powwow. And everybody, remember that this powwow committee plans all year for this celebration, so let's give that powwow committee a round of applause, please. A lot of hard work with that committee. And they're coming along down the line. All right. The ribbon skirts are made by Lo McNabb. Lo McNabb, you'll be able to find those on Pinterest. I'm just kidding, I don't know that low. I'm just trying to get in trouble here. All right, powwow committee, here they come. Is there anyone in the powwow committee that's here? All right, I know we had some ties, but I was just told by the powwow committee that they got a calculator. That was a joke, but okay. All right. They got that calculator out and used it. Bonnie Claremont. Bonnie. Senator Representative, Okinawa. Can someone come up for Tony? All right. All right, we have a representative coming up here. One of our matriarchs here in Indian country, Upper Midwest especially. All right, all right, Cassie White. Cassandra White, could you please come forward? Oh. Here she's making her way. All right. Head woman dancer, thank you for everything you've done. But those head dancers are important. Without them, we don't know where the line starts. That's another joke. I'll just keep that one at home. All right, do you have the appropriate song? Okay. All right. For those of you, maybe if you're able to, and part of this little giveaway here, we're going to finish this up with our song. And Dwayne is going to sing that song. And maybe if you receive something, or maybe if you didn't receive something, but you received something in your chante, your heart, maybe come out here and express that in this dance with my nephew here as he finishes his special. After that, and they're going to take it away up there, and I have to go back into hiding. All right, okay, one up.
All right, thank you to our head dancer,